let's preview the college football playoff championship game.
Let's talk about our first conversational topic that we want to talk about, which is going to be the college football championship. Let's go ahead and break that one down, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get into it, man. So the college football playoff national championship game is set. We have the Ohio State Buckeyes against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. This game is scheduled for January 20th, 2025. And this one's going to kickoff set for about 7:30 Eastern time. At the time of recording, Ohio State is favored by 8.5. Over under on this one's 46.5. What do you got? Who's going to win? What are your feelings, man? Are you excited? Are you as excited for this game as I am?
Yeah. No, it's going to be an interesting game. I'm excited for it. It's going to be a great. I think you got the right teams here, man. I really think you do.
I totally agree.
I think the two teams that wanted it the most from the get-go are in this game, man.
Yeah.
That's just kind of been the way I viewed it. All the difference, the playing games or whatever you want to call it, those first round that we have there. And this is the first time that we've gotten to fruition on this for the whole, the new expanded playoffs. This was the first time we got to experience it. And I really kind of like the fact that the teams that showed up are the ones that are here. So Ohio State did struggle to pull away against Texas. They were able to come out with a victory against the Longhorns. Offensively, Notre Dame has injuries that are to their starting left tackle, Anthony Kanab, and he will miss the game with a high ankle sprain. And you also have starting guard Rocco Spindler, who is also a game time decision after getting injured in the Orange Bowl. Ohio State's defense got sacked 4 times, and as well as the game-sealing strip sack for a TD in the game as well against Texas. Ohio State is second best pass rush grade for a game this season in the Cotton Bowl, and they are again going up much easier competition against the Fighting Irish this week. Next week. I don't expect much from the passing game from Notre Dame in this one. It is noteworthy that Notre Dame had to go 11 for 17 on third down to hold off Penn State, who went just 5 for 13 on both third and fourth down conversions in their last game.
Yes.
Notre Dame had to face Indiana, which their passing game kind of crumbled in their postseason competition. They also had to face Georgia, who was on their backup quarterback. And Penn State didn't get a single completion from a wide receiver in that game.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting. That is such a good take too, because Notre Dame has had a much easier path to this spot than Ohio State has.
Yes.
I mean, Ohio State opens up against Tennessee, which is a great team out of the SEC, moves into Oregon, who is the number 1 team in the country, and then has to beat Texas, who's the number 3 ranked team in the country.
Right.
That's just to get to facing Notre Dame.
Yeah.
To this point. So
yeah,
the path has been much easier. I mean, obviously Notre Dame only had to face Indiana. There's questions on whether Indiana even deserved to be here. Georgia, again, on the backup quarterback. And then a Penn State team that I was rooting for the whole way, but didn't have as tough of a schedule to get to that point either.
True.
Right? They had some easier games to get there. So, I think you've got a great observation there. There's been a big difference in abilities to win big time football games to get to this point so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Ohio State's running game with Quishon Judkins and Travion Henderson is going to be overwhelming for this Notre Dame team. Their run game is just is a huge advantage to them. I don't see too many advantages for Notre Dame in this one. I definitely think that Ohio State's going to come away with this, and I'm going to take them to win this one, and I have them covering as well.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that after Ohio State lost their game to Michigan, they have been on an absolute mission. They've beat some really good football teams to get to this point. Notre Dame is another really good football team, and when it gets to this point and Ohio State does beat Notre Dame, this will show that they really did deserve it. This game's going to be really entertaining. Notre Dame has a great defense. It is going to test this Ohio State offense that is really, really rolling at this point. You know what I mean? At this point in the season. So I'm not sure Notre Dame can actually do enough against this OSU team on offense, right? So I worry that Notre Dame's going to struggle to actually score points. So I don't know. I think it's still going to be a close one. I do think both teams have quarterbacks that are experienced, that want to be here, that are going to fight and put the team on their back to get to that point. And I think Ohio State wins this in a close one, 27-24, and becomes national champions for the first time since 2014.
Very nice. Very nice, Scott. 34-21. Ohio
Yeah.
State is what I have this one on.
Oh, you got it a little bit more then. You definitely covering the 8.5. I don't think they cover the 8.5.
Yeah, the only reason behind that is because with the exception of Texas, they have had big wins in the college football playoff.
Yes, they have.
So the fact that they are playing against what I would consider an inferior opponent, not necessarily an inferior opponent, Notre Dame. I picked them to win the last round, but I am saying that Ohio State had a much tougher path through this, and I don't think that Notre Dame is a much better team than Texas.
They had a much tougher path, and they really stormed through their teams. They actually beat their 3 opponents by a combined score of 111-52.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a
lot of
point differential.
Yeah, absolutely.
We want to hear from you folks. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Who do you got winning this one and why? And what's your final score? We'd love to hear from you on that one. Let us know in the comments down below.
Yes, absolutely. Please do. And make sure if you guys are watching this one on one of our short videos, know this whole thing is available as a podcast, wherever you get your audio. Yeah, make sure you guys leave us a rate and review on that one too if you do tune in.
Absolutely. On the YouTube side, if you have not yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We're giving the first $500 that we earn in AdSense revenue back to y'all. So make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss out on that.